As runners, we all challenge ourselves in ways we never thought possible, pushing the boundaries of what we're capable of to smash through targets and set ourselves new, bigger and better ones.
This awesome hobby that we share gives us one thing in common, and it brings us together as a community. Whether you're working towards completing your first parkrun or you're a veteran of the sport who's run 100 ultra marathons, we all know the feeling of reaching that maxed out effort and our own red line.
Welcome to our podcast, where your hosts Brett Elesmore and Andy Maguire discuss the struggles, the successes and everything in between on our running journeys, as we all work towards the next time we're running the red line. Hello and welcome to episode 96 of Running the Red Line. I am your host Brett, and I am joined as always by my co-host Andy. And how are you this week, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, thank you very much. Traitors final tonight. So, should have called in sick for the podcast, really. But I forgot. Forgot to call in sick, can't believe it.
I've never watched an episode of The Traitors.
I'd say it is the greatest show on earth. It's brilliant. This episode has been really good. Sorry, this series. And last night's episode, Thursday night's, the penultimate episode, finished on a really big cliffhanger. And it's taken, a lot of willpower to not watch it. But we're going to watch it after Parkrun tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So, doing a Stranger Things on it.
How important the podcast is that Laura and even her mom have to wait until Saturday. They wanted to wait for me to watch it, so fair play to them.
I'll have to apologise next time I see them.
You're in big trouble. You're a marked man.
So tell me, as someone who's never seen it, what is it?
You don't know anything about it?
Well, I know that apparently there's some people who are the traitors who are trying to win the money against the faithfuls, and they've got to lie and not get caught out that they're the ones that are lying. But other than that, I don't know. Well,
that's basically it. That is it. But
so
it's a little bit more exciting in reality.
So basically what they've done is taken the first series of Big Brother and Nasty Nick, where he was trying to help get everybody to vote against each other. And they've taken that and turned it into a TV show. Yeah.
Do you know, this is a weird segue, right? So I went to uni with the girl, well, I say girl, I haven't seen her since she was 21, who is now married to Craig Phillips. Do you remember Craig Phillips?
Craig,
you've been writing down names.
Andy Man Craig, who then was on called Pro Selector for ages.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
In bed with Avid Marion.
What a strange. I bet he made so much money out of that. Like those few years though, after being a reality star, you've just got to get what you can, I suppose. Yeah. Because you're not going to be famous. Well, to be fair, Craig, people are still talking about him now, 30 years later or whatever it's been.
And didn't he become the handyman on one of those like
Channel
Up Your
4
House shows?
ITV? Yeah, he did. He has had a bit of that. But I wonder as like if you've just come out of Love Island or whatever it is, your shelf life for celebrity is probably about 12 to 18 months. So you probably just say yes to the most random of weird things, don't you?
Yeah. It's a bit like celebrity now isn't what celebrity used to be, and you like get your 5 minutes of fame. Well, they used to say 15 minutes of fame, didn't they? And it is definitely like that now, because I saw something the other day about do you know that one that they were calling Ibiza's final boss? That guy with the bowl haircut and his chains and everything, the glasses.
Yeah.
And they were saying like he was massive and he was getting paid loads of money to do appearances everywhere, and now he's struggling to put two penny pieces together because all the like hype has dried up.
Yeah, but like little things like it's a bit like The Office. Like he's probably was doing like nightclub appearances.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything worse than that? You get brought out on stage in front of a bunch of drunk animals at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Could you? And you're probably getting paid, I don't know, 700 quid for it. But what? You must be thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 700 quid. Maybe it's more like 200 quid. But yeah, it's a strange old existence, isn't it? The old reality. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love reality TV. I absolutely love it. Massive fan. Always have been. Probably always will be. Depending on the show. But Big Brother. I love Big Brother.
Still now?
I love Traitors. Still now, yeah. Didn't actually watch the last couple of series, but I can't. Probably because it was one of those things where I was on holiday or I missed the first 5 or 6 episodes. That's one thing that does annoy me. Where a bit like I'm a Celebrity or something, when it's on every day and you watch the first week and you think, oh yeah, this is good. And you realise you've still got 4 weeks left. And you're like, every night at 9 o'clock till 11, I've got to watch this show, or if I don't, I'll have to watch it. I'll have to do a double. You know, I have to give up 4 hours the day after, and then if you fall behind, it's game over.
You do know you haven't got to watch it all.
You do though, because you need to see the progression. You can't. Maybe that's my OCD peeking its head through, but I can't skip episodes. It's all or nothing, and I'm sure you'll probably be similar. I can't just watch a few and then watch a few at the end.
If you start a really bad series, you've got to get to the end. You can't just stop halfway through the series, even if it's terrible.
Yeah,
I've started now, so I've got to finish.
Yeah, it's like you're annoyingly invested in the character and the story, aren't you?
Yeah.
But no, big fan of reality TV. Here's a question: Imagine the podcast takes off. This time next year, we are celebrities. They come to the podcast and they say, BBC are interested in securing the services of Brett Elesmore for 12 weeks, potentially 12 weeks for Strictly Come Dancing. Would you do it?
Strictly Come Dancing, probably not. No.
I'd love to see you dance. It sounds weird to say that. I just heard it. But I'd love to see you dance.
Yeah. I saw an episode of Strictly Come Dancing over Christmas time at my mum and dad's, and I was like, "This show is terrible.
Yeah,
it's awful."
All right. So what would you do then? Would you be more inclined to do I'm a Celeb, ice dancing?
Ice dancing.
That's even worse.
What other?
Well, there's one we watched the other day called I can't remember what it's called. It was about a load of celebrities. We'll say celebrities. It was the main character from Amandaland. You probably haven't got a clue what that is. It was Lenny Henry. Do you remember the wheelchair basketballer Adi Adepitan?
Yes.
I think he was in it. The lead from Call the Midwife and a few others that were swimming with sharks. And they had to build up their confidence levels to learn to dive. And at the end, they got to dive with nurse shark. Was it tiger sharks? And spoiler alert, they all got to do it, apart from Call the Midwife, who they didn't let her do it because she was too nervous.
Oh, okay.
And I felt really bad for her because they were calling everybody's name out apart from hers.
Well, they would have let her if they were nurse sharks.
Yeah. Call the Midwife nurse shark. But yeah, that was. I'd do something like that. That'd be quite good.
Yeah. What about the what is it? The SAS one, where they've got to do all of the
I can't really
training
handle
for the
Ant Middleton,
SAS.
really. Yeah. I don't know. No, I couldn't do that, could I? Who am I kidding? I wouldn't be able to do that. It'd be too cold. No, I'm not going in that water. Don't be stupid.
And people shouting at you, telling you what to do. You'd be like, nah, I'm right.
I'm off, mate. I'm off. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Don't you talk to me like that. Who do you think you are? Would you do the panel show appearances? On Have I Got News for You? Would you do?
Yeah. Or 8 out of 10 cats, or no, what's the other one? Would I Lie to You? That would be a good
Would I
one.
Lie to? That's quite a good show. Would I Lie to You?
Yeah, it is.
I only really tune in if Bob Mortimer's on it.
I was going to say, he's so good. Did you see the one where he said about he does his own dentistry in his kitchen?
Yes. Yeah, but the thing is, it got so deep. I can't remember if it's true or not.
Yeah, his dentistry was, yeah. He
Was
does
it?
his own dentistry in his kitchen.
That is brilliant. But he's a national treasure, though, isn't he, Bob Mortimer?
Yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah.
Did you watch the Amazon Prime show last year?
The
at some
last
point?
one laughing.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that. The highlight for me was Joe Wilkinson's RNLI presentation. Do you remember that?
I didn't see that. I only saw bits of it.
So they each were allowed to do like a skit.
Yeah,
where
didn't Bob Mortimer do magic?
All I remember him doing was like a song to Daisy May Cooper.
Oh, okay. Because he did like a magic thing as well, where he was just doing really naff things and just going, "It's magic."
That was a good show because I quite like Richard Ayoade. He was in it, and I like who else was in it? Joe Lycett was in it, but Mortimer, Daisy May Cooper. They were pretty good.
Yeah, was that? It was Rusheen.
Yeah.
Is it Connerty?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah,
and it was obviously hosted by Jimmy Carr. He's a good comedian, isn't he?
Oh, Jimmy Carr's great. Yeah.
He is what Frankie Boyle probably would have been if he didn't go so far.
Yes.
I still actually, some of the things Jimmy Carr says, I don't know how he hasn't been cancelled, but he's a very intelligent man, isn't he?
Yes,
I'm not saying Frankie Boyle,
extremely. Yeah.
But you can tell. I've seen him on a few podcasts. I think he was on CEO, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Sorry, just to completely go off on something else. Diary of a CEO used to be brilliant. Now it's one of the worst podcasts out there. It's just full of health experts who are just contradicting each other each week. It's terrible.
Really?
They're spreading some of the worst information ever. I stopped listening to it a long time ago.
Well,
it went from being entertaining to just being preachy.
Oh, I see. And the whole thing is so addy, isn't it? Because like it's always Huel this and Huel that.
And all the for companies that he's got a stake in.
Yeah.
But anyway,
if he's got someone on who's of worth to listen to, then I will.
Jimmy Carr. That episode was good because it was about Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, it's going back a couple of years, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I remember him saying a few nuggets of wisdom. And one of them was talking about young people of today, saying that everybody wants the view, but they don't want to do the climb. In terms of everyone wants the end result, everybody wants the fast marathon time to show off on Strava, but they don't want to put the work in to do it. Or, various other things in life. And he's quite a sharp. He's very tuned in to society, isn't he? I think Jimmy Carr,
he is.
Which I think makes you a good comedian, doesn't it? It has to. Yeah, you're an observationalist, aren't you?
Yeah, and very quick with the heckling. His returns to heckles are always really well done. and very, very quick. But
he's
talking of brilliant comedians and somebody who is probably a national treasure as well, and a podcast. There was a brand new podcast started this week. I don't know whether you saw it. And you can listen to it, but it's much better if you watch it on YouTube because it is very visual comedy as well. And it's the Harry Hill Show. And Harry Hill has started a podcast, and his first guest on it is Stuart Lee. And I was watching
Stuart Lee, the really controversial guy. Am I thinking of the right person?
He was the one that was with Richard Herring on Fist of Fun and This Morning with Richard Not Judy. And he's quite dry and straight-faced when he does his comedy.
Yeah, I know the guy. Yeah,
he was one of the original writers on the Alan Partridge part of The Day Today and all that.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah. But it's brilliant. If you get a chance to watch it, it is. I was watching it in the gym the other night and I was laughing out loud whilst I was on the exercise bike and whilst I was trying to do my S&C.
Really?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I don't know what I think about, because when I think about Harry Hill, I think about, Harry Hill's TV burp.
Which was incredible.
I know, yeah. But you think Gareth Southgate Badger and all that. Then I think about You've Been Framed and his big collars and his glasses. But,
yeah,
he's a bit like Lee Francis, isn't he? I don't know if Harry Hill's his real name, is it? Or is it a character he sort of plays?
No, I think it is his I don't know, actually. No, that's probably his character name, isn't it? Yeah.
Right.
Because he was a doctor.
Was he?
Yeah. He was a doctor and then he got into comedy after being a doctor.
Wow. I do like those sorts of stories where people were something before they were famous. Like, wasn't Sean Bean a welder? Wasn't like Ramesh Ranganathan was a teacher?
Yeah, he was a maths teacher.
I think a lot of comedians have been teachers, haven't they?
Yeah, like Greg Davies. And some of his teacher stories are brilliant.
Well, he was from... is he from Telford or Shrewsbury or somewhere, isn't he? He's from the Midlands or the West Midlands.
Yes,
I'm sure he is.
Yes, yeah. He's where's he from?
I'm pretty sure it's Telford.
Yeah, it's somewhere not too far away. I'm gonna search and find out for you.
Yeah, I'll say Shropshire, West Midlands border. Yeah, I'll say Telford. Final answer. Should go Shifnal. Bridge North. We'll go Bridge North.
No, can't find it at the moment. Keep talking anyway, and I'll find out.
Greg Davis. Don't make me search for him. Have you got it?
I'm searching, but just talk amongst yourselves whilst I find out.
Well, I can tell you. I've just found it.
He was born in Wales, but I've
got it here. He grew up in the English town of Wem.
Yes, he did.
Which is in Shropshire somewhere, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is like...
Now you say that, yes, I remember him saying that on a Taskmaster episode.
Wem. Are you into Taskmaster?
Yeah, I do like Taskmaster. I don't watch it. Don't watch it when it's on TV, but I've watched a load on YouTube and stuff, and I think it's brilliant.
It is good stuff, isn't it, Taskmaster? Sometimes they have a really good crop of people on there.
Wem is in Shropshire, 9 miles north of Shrewsbury.
Ah, right.
But did you know Taskmaster started at the Edinburgh Fringe?
Did it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Alex Horne came up with the idea.
Alex Horne!
And used to get people out of the crowd to take on the tasks as the show.
Wow.
And then it just developed into what it is now.
That sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. I would love to go up to the Fringe again because it's so wacky like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Fringe is just, you get all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah. Can you remember some of Alex Horne's like early comedy stuff? Because he used to do
the Horn section.
Well, before that. So he used to do stuff with who's the is it Tim Key who does the Alan Partridge now? He used to do stuff with Tim Key, and I can't remember who the third one was, but they used to do a program called We Need Answers.
Oh, no, I've not heard of that.
Oh, mate, it was so good. It was brilliant.
Right, and what was that? A TV program? Did you say?
Yeah, it was just like a comedy TV program. It was fantastic. It was like a
BBC4. Like a
quiz show sort of thing, but just very, very, very funny and over the top.
Was it? I've got it here. Mark Watson.
That's him.
Yeah, I've seen him at the Fringe. I remember seeing him, and I saw the Horn section, in that same year actually. So yeah, but how do we start? How do we get onto this?
Oh, from reality TV. Oh, actually, that was something I was going to say. My favourite series or season of Big Brother was Dead Set.
Dead Set?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever saw that. But no. Do you know, what's his name? Charlie Brooker, who makes Black Mirror.
Yeah.
He did a series called Dead Set that was set in the Big Brother house when a zombie outbreak happens.
Right, brilliant.
And it's very good. So if you've not seen it, I would say it's definitely worth a watch.
Well, if we could move on slightly, I think we should move on to something that I don't think we've had so much engagement over since we've started the podcast. People last week were going mental for the mid-90s music chat.
Yep.
So I'm going to quiz you this week.
Okay.
On 1996. Because this is episode 96.
It is indeed.
So I'm just going to give you a couple of songs just to wet your whistle. In 1996, some absolute bangers. Right. So this is me in year 6. Okay. Prodigy, Firestarter.
Oh, what a tune!
We were mad for that at school. Mad for it. Ready or Not, the Fugees.
Yeah.
That's a mega song.
That is a great tune.
You're Gorgeous, Baby Bird.
By Baby Bird, yes.
Oh, so God. The next one, I bought this on tape. One Hit Wonders. Name the song. The band were the Tony Rich Project.
Oh.
I pretend that I'm glad you went away. These 4 walls closing more every day. I'm dying inside.
And nobody knows it but me.
What a mega song. Yes. What's this? I don't know this. The Hillbilly Rock. Oh, God.
Hillbilly Rock. The Hillbilly Roll. Standing in line. And away we go.
Little bit of moonshine. Yeah. Sorry, of course. Insomnia.
That was the Woolpackers, Faithless.
The Woolpackers. Good. I wouldn't have got that in a pub quiz. Yeah. Insomnia, Faithless.
What a great tune.
That still sounds good now, doesn't it? That's still iconic. You know, what a mega song that is.
Yeah.
Some others just to... Do you remember this? Cecilia by Suggs.
By Suggs, yeah.
And Lucci Lou.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. I'm taking my confidence daily.
Now, can you name the band who sang Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Deep Blue something.
Yeah, of course it was. It's a good one-hit wonder year. Some good one-hit wonders here. 1996 was the birth of a legend. Peter Andre.
Whoa!
I'd stop and stare at you. But what were the out of the official top 40 best-selling single? Is this in any particular order? I'm just going to say this is the top 10. So at 10 was Mysterious Girl, Peter Andre. And can you name the guy who was on the track who was the rapper?
No.
Can you see his face? Can you remember him?
I can. Baby girl!
Shine like your looking glass.
No, I can't remember his name.
Bubbler Ranks. Bubbler Ranks. Oh, mysterious girl. I can't remember how it goes now. I love the sweet smell of your Elizabeth Taylor perfume. Pretty looks around me like... Just one kiss alone, it makes me heart go boom. Oh, I still remember that bit. Yeah. Legendary. What a duet that is. Okay, so at number 9, what would parents call their... What is the offspring of parents called?
Children.
Correct.
By Robert Miles.
What a mega song that was.
It was. Do you remember the video as well, where it's just like on a train, looking out the window?
I can't remember that song. No, I don't remember that. I don't think I remember watching that video. In at 8, now what was the... I'm going to say it can't be Australian because it's Eurovision. This person was Australian. She might have been the British Eurovision Song Contest entry. I think she was the British entry. This song was massive in this year.
And she was Australian?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So
you don't have to be from that country of birth.
Yeah. So
I think you just have to sing in that language, I think.
Yeah, it's not going to be Kylie because she never did thingy. And it's not going to be her sister Danny because she never did it. So is it going to be Katrina and the Waves?
No, I think that was the year after. Love, Shine a Light. In every corner of our hearts, let our love light carry. What a tune. Mega tune. Let the mighty rivers... Sorry. So this is a iconic song that... What am I... What's this? If it's not that, it's that. It's... If you were playing football and you hit it wide...
Crush your head. I crush your head. Can you remember that?
No. What was that from?
It was from, what was it? Was it Kids in the Hall? A comedy program from America. And it just used to be a guy like who was like behind the camera, and he would line up his fingers of people who were walking past and crush their head between his fingers. I crush your head.
No, I don't remember that.
I mean, brilliant. Pinch.
Close. Okay, so if you're I don't know, playing football and you hit it wide by that much, you missed by
an inch.
Okay. How else can we go with this one?
People are going to be screaming at their TV or their headphones, whatever they're listening to.
This was an iconic Eurovision entry. I think actually this is what won it for the UK. I could be wrong actually, but that's maybe why Katrina and the Waves had it when we hosted it. Okay, so
Hang on. Oh, whoa. Is it ooh, just a little bit, ooh, a little bit more, ooh, just a little bit. You know what I'm looking for.
Yes, you've got it. What a song that was. Now, this is maybe...
Who was that again?
Gina G.
It was. Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah. Was she our Eurovision Song Contest entrant? I remember it around about that time. I think she was, and I think she won it for us. But I'm almost...
shall I
Yeah,
search?
you're going to have to check that. Yeah. I am convinced she's Aussie as well.
Gina G in 1996 with Who Are Just a Little Bit.
Yeah.
She came 8th.
I wonder if she's related to Honey G. Do you remember Honey G? The rapper from X Factor.
Yeah. She came 8th, Gina G.
Oh, right. Okay. I wonder why we hosted it one year then. Maybe that song won it for us, the Katrina and the Waves.
Yes, I think it did, actually, didn't it? Yeah.
Right, moving on. This song, if you're not a football fan, even if you are, is probably one of the most annoying songs to you every 2 years or every 4 years.
Oh, so, yes, not World in Motion. It's,
that's a... You've got
incredible.
to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line. They'll always hit you and hurt you. Defend and attack. There's only one way to beat them, and let's get round the back. So catch me if you can, because I'm the England man.
And what you're looking at is the master plan. We ain't no hooligans. This ain't no football song. 3 lions on my chest means we can't go wrong. Yeah.
Yes.
John Barnes rap, incredible.
John Barnes.
No, it's got to be then 3 lions.
Yes, correct. And who were the 3 listed artists?
For 3 lions?
Yeah.
Baddiel, Skinner, and...
I think this band are very underrated, by the way. I think they're a great band.
It was the Lightning Seeds.
Yes. Now, they have a song called The Life of Riley, which in my opinion is the greatest ever Goal of the Month soundtrack. So anyone... Yes, yeah. So anyone that's a big football fan will probably remember that. And the Lightning Seeds. Do you remember Lucky You? Oh, I used to love that track.
Yes. Yeah, great tune.
I think the Lightning Seeds were a good old band, yeah. Now, name the friend of the podcast.
Mac.
Yeah. Can you think of a song around that?
Well, it's Mac the Knife.
No, that was 1953.
Oh, Return. Is it Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac? Was that this year?
Hello. Come on. Ooh, yeah. And I tried to tell you so. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
But I guess you didn't know that the lights are on the show. What's the next bit? Goodbye. Anyway, right. Now, the next 2 are by the same band. In fact, there are 3 of the top-selling singles of 1996, which, if I'm wrong, I don't think I'm wrong here, are all off the same record-breaking album. One of them was a Christmas number 1, and the first 3 songs that they released all got to number 1. One is at number 5, one at number 4, and one at number 2.
So it's got... Is this, then, the year of... Well, the first year of a very short-lived band, but one of the biggest bands ever, the Spice Girls?
Yes. Can you name the tracks? Can you name the Christmas number 1?
You said the Christmas one, and that is 2 Become One.
Yeah. I need some love like I never needed love before.
Gonna make love to you, baby.
I had a little love. Now I'm back for more. I've always fancied myself as a bit of a Baby Spice lookalike. Yes, that is correct.
So obviously it's got to be Wannabe is one of them.
Yes.
Which you did the impression of last week, so we'll leave that.
That was their first single. So what was their difficult second album then? What was their second track that they released off that album? I do believe the album was called Spice. Yes! We both had it. Let's not kid ourselves. It was my sisters.
I also had Spice Girls the movie on VHS.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant film.
Yeah.
There's some good songs on that album. Do you remember? In fact, there was some bangers on that album. Do you remember Love Thing? What an album. What a song that was. Gotta know I got that love. Here we go. Was also Mama. Absolute banger. That was.
Mama, great song. Yeah.
I can't think what else.
So.
The Ladies of Trump.
Second single. It wouldn't have been I'm Giving You Everything, because they were a bit more polished then, and that was the second album. Or was it? Is that what it was?
That's not the title of the song. I want you to sing it with me.
I'm giving you everything, all that joy can bring. Yes, I swear.
Yes, I swear.
Oh, Say You'll Be There.
Yes.
Say you will be there.
Yeah.
Ow.
I want you to sing it with me.
I want you to sing it with me.
If you put two and two together, you can see what our friendship is for. Oh.
If you can work this equation,
I guess I'll have to show you the door. They don't write lyrics like that anymore.
You have to say you love me. Bit of posh spice.
It would be better left unsaid.
Yes.
And then Mel B pops up with, what is this? I'm giving you everything on this, I swear. Just promise you'll always be there. Oh, brilliant. Absolute quality stuff. What kids now will not understand.
No.
From our generation anyway, the music we had in the 90s and well, maybe not even the 80s, because I'm a child of the 90s, but they won't get it, will they? Kids now they've got all the tunes are like, there's no Spice Girls, there's no MN8, there's no I Love You, I Miss You songs anymore. That's just not cool.
No,
definitely.
Yeah, And because everything is so instant, they listen to 30 seconds, and if they don't like it, they just skip to the next thing. But when we were young, you listened to the whole song because it was on the radio or whatever. And
it would cost you 10 quid to go and get another album.
You bought the album, so you listened to the album from start to finish.
For 6 months until you could get another one.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And if you made the wrong decision, you couldn't just go and change it. No, you were stuck with that album.
You had to learn every word to Say You'll Be There, yeah.
Yeah.
Spice Girls had some big tunes.
I didn't realise that was their second single. Wow.
Yeah. That reminds me of half term. First half term, year 6. I would have been 11, just turned 11. And just remember being on half term, just being a little, just a little delinquent really, just knocking about on the park, listening to Spice Girls.
Such a delinquent.
I was well hard.
So 1996, I would have been, what would I have been? I'd have been 15.
You were old enough to know better to listen to the Spice Girls.
I In 1996, actually thinking about it, I went to my first ever music festival.
Oh yeah.
I remember I went. I got tickets for it, and me and my mate to go to our first festival. I dyed my hair green. He dyed his hair red. We went to Phoenix '96, which was at
Wow.
Stratford.
Yeah.
At what was it called? At Shaky at Long Marsden Airfield.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a music festival at Long Marsden Airfield. And the people I can remember that played it off the top of my head. The big headliner I saw was David Bowie.
What? That's a. I
Yeah,
didn't. I thought you were going to say it was like some underground
no,
alternative festival.
no. So
Wow.
David Bowie. What a little lower on the bill was Bjork. The Prodigy were on.
Is this festival still going?
No, it ran for a few years, and then it didn't happen again after that. I'm gonna search it to see what the lineup was. Hang on, um, Phoenix Festival.
15-year-old you with green hair saw the Prodigy. Yeah, I bet you were up to no good that night. You must have been.
Phoenix '96. Here we go. Here's the lineup. So on the Friday, Dave Bowie with the Prodigy supporting, and then Gene, don't know who that is, Frank Black, and then Placebo, and first on that night was Kaniki. Can you remember Kaniki?
Well, only from Greece, but like no.
No, it was an all-girl like punk sort of band, but the lead singer, I had a bit of a thing for the lead singer, and lead singer was Lauren Laverne.
Oh. As in the Lauren
Um,
Laverne that went on to do loads of TV for
yeah, yeah,
MTV and
yeah.
yeah.
So she started her career in a band called Kaniki, and they
I
had a
didn't
song
realize she.
called
Well, she does all
Your
the
Car.
Glastonbury. She always does all the Glastonbury hosting, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah. But they had a
Your
song called
car.
Your Car where it was like, "Is this your car? It is quite a machine." It
Right.
was good. Anyway,
Real deep, real 90s lyrics.
exactly. On the Friday, the headliners were Neil Young and Crazy Horse, and on that same night there was Alanis Morissette,
Oh my God.
Manic Street Preachers,
Oh,
the Foo Fighters,
dude.
Dodgy, Wild Hearts, Beck,
Dodgy!
yeah, Beck,
If it's good enough for you.
the Flaming Lips, Ian McNabb, The Afterlife, and Fun Loving Criminals. Story about Dodgy. Nigel Clark is from Redditch, who they're like the lead singer from Dodgy, and
Is
he had a recording studio in Redditch for a while. And
Really?
the band I was in, went and did a bit of recording with him, and had a chat with him and everything. And
No way.
the drummer used to write in. Did he write in Kerrang or was it Rock Sound? Anyway, he did CD reviews, and we sent our EP in, and he basically took the mick out of us, saying because we were from Redditch, and he said how bad Redditch was.
Oh,
That was
right.
basically his review,
Oh, cheers, mate.
which was great. On the Saturday was Bjork, and on the same night was Massive Attack, Cypress Hill, Skunk
Dude.
Anansi, the Amps,
What?
Genius and
This.
Jizza, Stereo Lab, Gurus, Jazzmatazz, Ruby, and Cecil. And then on the Sunday was Sex Pistols, Terrorvision, Echo Belly, Marion, Coolio, the
Yes.
Cardigans, Drugstore, Honey Crack, Linoleum, and DJ Joe Wiley.
Matt. So you saw the Foo Fighters?
Well, I don't think I saw all of them because we were only 15. We couldn't get left on our own there. our parents didn't want to just drop us off and just leave us there, so we didn't see everybody on the bill. But we
so you
saw
had to
quite
come
a few.
home.
Yeah, we couldn't stay there.
Oh, like in between a style. There is a call for Brett Elesmore. His mother is waiting outside for him. Can he please hurry up?
Basically, yeah. But
I'd love it if Dave Grohl made that announcement. Mom, you embarrass me. Mom.
But yeah, there we go.
That sounds like a good lineup.
Yeah, and that was the main stage, which I think we saw most of. But then on the smaller stage, the headliners were Left Field, The Prodigy, Goldie, and the Chemical Brothers.
Wow,
and then
sounds like a proper naughty festival.
And then on stage 2 was the Cocteau Twins, Lush, Shed 7, and Reef.
Reef? Put your hands up. Is that Reef?
Yep. Yeah. So
God bless your heart.
That was my first ever music festival I went to.
That's a good lineup, that.
Yeah.
Peak 90s, that is. That's really, really good. Well, speaking of peak 90s, I need you to get numbers 1 and 3 of the official top 40 best-selling singles of 96.
1 and 3. Okay.
I'll give you. We'll go for number 1 first because I think that's slightly more boring. I've already mentioned the band today.
Slightly more boring.
Yeah, the song is a cover of a 70s song, I think, and it's an American band. I'm doubting whether this is the biggest selling song, but it was big at the time. American band, Wycliffe Jean, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, the Fugees.
Yeah.
Oh, Killing Me Softly. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if
that was massive. It was massive
big,
though, wasn't it? Yeah.
So the third
One time.
Two
time.
Brilliant. Wycliffe Jean still gives me hope that I can make it as a rapper.
Yeah. Do you know what? I bought Wycleff's album, which had, can you remember his song 911 on it?
Someone please call 911. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, I know.
Tell them I have been shut down. And the bullets through my heart.
Oh, God, what a song. Right, now this song, I think, has got West Midlands acclaim. I don't think this band were ever seen before or seen again. The song is iconic, and I will go as far as to say, I think, you hear rumours when you're before social media. Apparently the band were from Dudley.
Oh.
Now, if I'm going to, for the fear of copyright strikes, I'm going to play this for 3 seconds, and I think you'll get it. It's got a strange start. Let me just check I'm not connected to the old Bluetooth. No. Okay. Now, see if you can get this.
Spaceman.
What a song! Because it's so weird at the start, isn't it?
Yeah, and then it turns into like a really slow, grungy song. Yeah, because they only used the start of that song on the Levi's ad. They didn't actually use the actual song, so everybody bought the single thinking it was like a dance tune, and then it cuts into like this weird, slow, grungy, weird song, and everybody was like, "What the hell is this?"
And then it gets a bit heavier, and it goes, "There's a fire between us, so where is your guard?" What's the next bit? I can't get off the carousel.
Exactly.
Spaceman. I always wanted you to go.
Yeah, so from the Levi's ad, everybody thought it was a dance tune, and that's why they bought it, and then were horrified to actually hear what the song actually was.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. But I'm pretty sure that... Can you name the band?
Babylon Zoo.
Babylon Zoo. I'm going to just Google where they're from, because I'm sure I heard a rumour that they were based in Dudley. Babylon Zoo. Where from? Babylon Zoo was a British rock electronic band formed in 1992 in Wolverhampton, England.
Oh.
Fronted by singer, writer and producer Jazz Man.
Yes, he was called Jazz Man.
Is that his name? Jazz Man.
Yeah, Jazz Man.
Jazz Man. He's a jazz man. Born in Dudley in the West Midlands. The group is best known for their 1996 UK #1 hit single, which gained fame through a Levi's television commercial. Yeah, very good.
Talking of Levi's, was earlier or later Flat Eric?
Was that Mr. Wazzo?
Yeah, Mr. Wazzo.
I think that was later, because that reminds me of playing GoldenEye on the N64. So I'd say that's about 97, 98. We might find out next week.
Yeah, Flat Eric with Flat Beat.
Flat Beat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a... I've just quickly looked what the biggest UK adverts were that year.
Yeah.
Top adverts included the memorable Levi's Spaceman commercial.
Yeah.
Often linked to the year's music scene. The festive Coca-Cola Holidays Are Coming truck tour.
Holidays are coming, holidays are coming, holidays are coming. 'Tis the season, look out, walk around. It's Coca-Cola, it's coming to your town. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season, it's always the real thing.
Right, now I might be able to play this because I don't think we'll get any copyright strikes. But this is the UK top TV commercials from 1996 volume 3. I don't know why I'm on volume 3, not 1991. Okay, there's someone slicing some meat. Apparently there's a Julie Walters Hovis one. Apparently there's a... Do you know what? I don't recognise any of these. I can't bother to watch it. There's a Mars one going in someone's gob. Fairy Liquid. Oh, I tell you what was around about 96. This is just a complete guess. Do you remember the milk tray one?
With the James Bond guy?
Yeah, the secret milk tray, sort of quite creepy, really.
Yeah.
Sort of creeping into women's
zip line into a hotel window and leave some milk tray.
Yeah, all because the lady loves milk tray. Yeah. I probably should be better prepared next time because I can't find. I want to know.
1996, music-wise, wasn't that the era of Space?
What's that mean?
The band Space, who did Female of the Species.
Phil of the Species, that was a good song. I'd say that was 96, 97, 96. Yeah, I'd say shock, shock, horror, horror, shock, shock, horror. Yeah, I only know that song. I don't know any of the songs by Space.
Yeah, and their album was called Spiders.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'll just quickly reel off a couple of other big sellers that year. This is a running podcast. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting running playlists together that people will be able to put.
Well, Mark with the Thee said today, he's like, if it was about running, nobody would listen. That's what he wrote on my Instagram today. So yeah, cheers, Mark. I think that's a compliment. Don't Look Back, Oasis. Don't Look Back in Anger, Oasis. Unbreak My Heart by...
Tony Braxton. What a great tune that is.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what's a good song. I think this is an underrated duet as well. E17, you know I loved E17, featuring Gabrielle.
Oh, yes.
The very first time that I saw your brown eyes. Ever
fall in love again, you must be sure that the lady is a friend. Oh.
Yeah. Mega tune. Massive song. Massive. Breathe by The Prodigy. Maybe even better than the Firestarter. That is, I love Breathe. That's a great track. What Becomes of the Broken Hearted? Robson and Jerome again. Why were they so famous? Oh, Anything 3T.
Yes.
We probably got them there with the amount of listens we would have given them, the amount of people we told about that song.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Macarena.
Macarena.
Yep. What else we got? Born Slippy, Underworld. So that must mean...
yes. Trainspotting.
That must be Trainspotting. What a great film that is as well.
Yeah.
Right, okay. The more I listen to George Michael's back catalogue, the more absolute worldies that man produced. Fast Love. Do you remember that?
Oh, if you're looking for fast love,
but
fast
do you remember,
love in your eyes.
Do you remember he was dropped because of the Hampstead Heath? I don't even think they're accusations. It might have been fact. All his cottage inn and whatever he used to get up to.
Yeah.
But I think he was dropped by Sony.
Yes.
And I think I remember this, because I remember me and Louise used to laugh about this. There's a close-up of him in the studio with his earphones on, with his cans on, and instead of Sony, it says phony. And I think there's loads of like jipes at Sony for dropping him.
And after that, didn't he, because he'd got done for that, didn't he do Let's Go Outside and did like all the policemen in his music video?
Oh, yeah, great song. Yeah, brilliant tune.
One of the, sorry, just to stop you again, one of the best things I've ever seen with George Michael, I found it hilarious, was he now this isn't good. He got drugged up and drove his car, but he drove it into the front of a shop and crashed into a shop.
Oh, yes.
Right. And the greatest thing I ever saw with that is when the police moved his car out the way, there was obviously the damage on the shop front. Somebody went there with a marker and wrote wham.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good. That is good. 2 Celine Dion songs this year. Can you name one of them?
It's got to be the year of Titanic then.
No. I'll give you a clue. One of them was Because You Loved Me.
Yes.
The other one is the big power ballad.
I can't think which one it would be. She's done loads of power ballads.
Yeah, every song's a power ballad. What am I on about? It's All Coming Back to Me Now.
Oh, yes. There were moments of long and there were gestures of light. I did things I'd never do again, but then it always seemed right.
There were nights of pleasure. What was it? There were more than any laws allow. Bloody hell, Celine, What were you up to?
Baby,
what were you doing?
Baby, if you touch me like this.
What a mega song. Right, just a few more before we move on. Flavour, Peter Andre. What's your flavour? Tell me what's your flavour.
That's Craig David, Flavour. That's not that song.
Oh, yes. Of course. It's spelt the same way. What's Peter Andre Flavour then? That stumped me. Flavour, Peter Andre. I don't know that song. Probably because it was awful.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. If you know it, keep it to yourself.
It was a one-hit wonder for a reason.
Yeah, that's a fair point. A couple more. Oh, this one. Oh no, we've only got one really that's notable. Do you remember a New Zealand Kiwi band called OMC?
Yes.
Who were cruising down the freeway in the hot sun? I can't remember any more of the words. Ooh, baby.
Oh, that's
ooh,
what
baby.
I thought. You're driving me crazy. Every time I look around. Every time I look around.
It's in my face.
Yeah.
Now, what's the song called?
I can't remember what it's called. No.
Would it help if I said there are two words that make up the title? There is a letter Z in one of the words.
How bizarre! How bizarre!
Yeah.
How bizarre! How bizarre!
How bizarre!
When you said OMC, that is the song that went into my head. But then you started singing something else, and I was like, I can't remember that song. And then it suddenly clicked that you were singing the verse, which nobody really remembers, do they?
Hang on, what we got here? I think we've got. Peter Andre.
Oh dear, no. Come on, we're not getting a copyright strike for Peter Andre. Come on, turn that off.
That'd be the most running the red line thing ever. Cancelled because of playing a Peter Andre song.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, man.
You've got to love a song that starts with "Party all night." Peter, you've never partied all night in your life. Oh. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that last half an hour or so. That was a little trip down memory lane for people of our age-ish. Yeah. 1996. I think you did well there. You remembered quite a lot.
Yeah, I was at the age where music became quite important. You are at that sort of age, aren't you? At 15, that's where you really start getting into music. That's where I started moving away from pop and going, I don't like pop, but then listening to pop in secret.
It's the old Pop in an Oak.
Yeah, because you love listening to the top 40 and top of the pops, but then you go, no, I hate pop music.
I'm too cool for pop.
Yeah, I hate pop music. But no, you were surrounded by it constantly. You secretly loved it.
Yeah, I used to, and then you start listening to like all your dad's old records and stuff because it's cool. But all my dad's old records were like, well, is Mike and the Mechanics cool?
Yeah.
Not really. Is it? Yeah, I suppose
they are now.
I used to listen to a lot of stuff like that. Roxette. I used to listen to like things that were like 10 years before because my parents' record collection was so outdated.
Yeah.
And I've got all these late 80s songs like growing up in our house. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's favourite band was Genesis and Phil Collins after he left Genesis and went solo. And just every car journey we ever went on, we would listen to Genesis or Phil Collins.
Really?
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that he was the... was he actually revealed as the gorilla drummer? Can you remember there was a rumour that he was the drummer for Cadbury's?
Definitely not. He wrote the drum part, but he didn't perform it.
Could just be someone that knows how to play the drums. I don't think it has to be Phil Collins.
No,
but I remember that rumour going around.
Yeah, and he wrote one of the best like soundtracks to a Disney film.
Tarzan.
Ever.
Is it Tarzan?
Yeah. Which is brilliant.
Yeah, good old Phil. Do you know what I listened to in the car going to work the other day? I listened to Woodface by Crowded House.
Crowded House, yeah.
I want to wear a T-shirt with Crowded House written on the front of it. What a band! I honestly think Crowded House
is that the album
are a
with
great band.
Everywhere You Go, You Always Take the Weather.
Yeah, so it's got that 40 feet. It's Only Natural. 4 Seasons in One Day. What a record! What a song that is,
man. Yeah,
I think that they're almost like a bit of a. They're a little bit punky when I was listening to them. Like some of the things they were saying and some of the ideals that they had, and they were sort of stick it to the man and all stuff, which is basically punk 101, isn't it? And I some of their songs were actually, pretty good. And Chocolate Cake, the opening song on that album. Do you remember that? Can I have another piece of chocolate cake? It's basically having a go at Americans.
Yeah.
For eating too much chocolate cake. But yeah, I listened to that on the way to work the other day, and I was
nice
singing along to all these tunes. Nice. Right. We should probably move on, shouldn't we?
Yes, we should. Right. So I reckon we should go through some comments and emails, because we haven't for the last couple, have we? Yes, we've missed them. So
if we've got time, we'll move on to other things, but this could take a bit of time, couldn't it? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Right. So we need to go back to episode 94, and the first one is from John Brasmadeira.
Yeah, John Brasmadeira,
to use his actual channel name, Move On Madeira.
You got to change it, John. Got to change it.
And he says,
please don't change it.
And unfortunately, we're a bit late reading this, because it says, and this was from 2 weeks ago, and it says, any chance you're in Madeira next week to pace me to a sub 145 half?
How did it go?
Yes.
Let us know how it went, John Brasmadeira.
Yes, John, please let us know how your half went and whether you did get that sub 145. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have been able to come and pace you anyway, because Madeira is quite a jaunt away from where we are. But you never know. That'd be lovely, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be
traveling over to Madeira for a pacing job.
That'd be all right. Oh yeah. Imagine that, flying business class as well. That'd be all right. I could get used to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was in response to us saying that we're possibly, the idea of possibly pacing someone to a PB and filming it as for a bonus episode. So if there is anything in the future, let us know. And we haven't made a decision yet, have we, about what we're going to do or who we're going to run with, but
pitch us a pitch if you want a dream time that you know both of us can run, and it's not in Madeira, unfortunately. Sorry, John, and it's in the UK. Then we can think about getting ourselves signed up, and we could maybe come along and get you paced.
Yes. Then Steve Hardy says, running in for me. So remember, we did some ins and outs. So running in for me is more races and chasing PBs, plus trying out my 2 new pairs of shoes for Christmas, having just got back from Achilles tendonitis. Running out for me is those. This is one for you, Andy. You ready? So running out for Steve is those silly arm sleeves with a vest or singlet. I don't mind if they're worn under a running shirt as like a base layer for your arms, but just having like a little section of your shoulders out exposed instead of a long sleeve top is madness and winds me right up.
Oh, you need to wear some. You need to experience. I reckon it takes 30 seconds off your time because you feel like an elite. And that they don't actually do anything. They're just literally to make you think that you're a bit faster. But I actually defend the arm sleeves. I actually do quite like them because keeping that part of your body warm during a race I think is quite good, and we like getting a bit of ventilation in through the singlet. So yeah, long live the arm sleeves.
Oh, controversial.
Plus they're on sale at obi1.com. Theobi1.com. Treat yourself.
No, .co.uk. Come on.
Sorry.
I'm not American.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Next one is from This Guy Runs, which is Alex
Bowden.
Yeah. And he says, great episode as always, chaps. I have some shoes news. Would you like to do the jingle?
Shoes news.
There we go. I recently picked up some Ultra Olympus 6 for my trail runs. Controversial, Ultra. As I've switched focus to that, I have an issue with my long runs where my little pinky gets quite painful. It kind of goes under my other toes, rubs, and just hurts. Well, I decided to try shoes with a natural toe box, giving them room to spread out along with toe socks. You like a pair of toe socks as well, don't you?
Yeah.
My word, the difference is crazy. My feet have never felt so comfortable on long runs on the trails. They aren't fast shoes, made for comfort and protection, with a fairly big stack as trail shoes goes, but with a bigger run, I tend to lean towards that anyway. You do have to be mindful, as Ultra tend to have 0 to 4 mil drop, which puts more strain on the Achilles and calves, but so far, I'm loving them. Have you ever tried shoes with a decent sized toe box?
Well, no. My trail shoes are the closest I've come to it, but nothing that looks like, a foot. nothing that's that shape.
Yeah, because
most of our shoes are submarine shaped, aren't they?
Yeah, Ultras are quite square at the end, so your feet can spread out. But as I mentioned in the past, and Alex mentioned, because Ultra were always a 0 drop shoe company, and you do need to be careful because transitioning to 0 drop from your usual drop shoes does put loads of extra strain on your Achilles and your calves. So you do need to be mindful of that. But it looks like they're working for him, so it can't be a bad thing. But no,
he's training for a 50 miler. Alex
he is, yes, yeah.
So he's probably getting loads and loads of, hilly, traily, foresty miles in. So I'm sure on those hard downhills and stuff, he's really reaping the benefits of having a bit of wiggle room in the toe box.
Yeah, he put a reel up on Instagram the other day talking about how he's changed his mindset. So now he
doesn't do any running anymore. He stopped running and he just walks.
Yeah, just walks up all the hills. Yeah. But I've never tried anything with a wider toe box because I've only ever run in Adidas, which have all got normal pointy toe boxes. So yeah. But next one is from Max AFC, and he says, none of your pacing criteria stipulated a time. Therefore, may I request you pace me at the London Saucony 10K in July? My PB is 33:16.
Yep, deal. I'll pace you for the first 300 meters.
Yeah, that might be a little bit too quick for both of us, Max. But thanks for getting in touch. But
Max could be the morph suit man, couldn't he?
Oh yes, yeah. Have a look into that, Max. Yeah. You could have a job on the cards there.
Get yourself 500 quid. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking of that, here we go. Kieran Turner says, great pod, as always, fellas. Can't wait to see you both at the Whitstable 10K in May, pacing me to a sub 42. Make sure Andy turns up in his second-hand morph suit.
Yeah, deal. We'll be there.
So, where is Whitstable?
Kent. So that's on like the north coast of Kent.
Don't call me one of them.
You're bloody... No, I won't get down that road. You bloody Kent. So Whitstable Parkrun is where Kieran does all his parkruns, and it looks really hilly. So if he's doing a 10K round there,
Mm-hmm.
I might be unavailable that day.
Well, he wants a sub 42 as well, so on a hilly course.
Wow, if that park run's got anything, because it goes up the cliff. It starts by the beach, I think, or by the sea, and it goes straight up a hill, and they have to do it 2 or 3 times. So hopefully that part of the route isn't part of the 10K. But anyway, we can consider. When's the date of it?
May.
May.
So that's possibly on the card. You never know.
Yeah.
Next one is from our bonus episode, our Cup of Tea Challenge, and it's from Billy the Running Fish, which I wonder if he's related to Billy the Fish, the footballer from the Viz. I don't know if you... I've lost you. See, some things, right, I forget you're a little bit younger, and probably some of my references go straight over your head.
Yeah.
So the Viz was a comic aimed at older, like late teenagers to early adults. So they were quite risque and quite rude.
So we're not talking of the Beano here or the Dandy.
No. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. And there was a character called Billy the Fish who was a fish, but he was a League One footballer.
Well, see, I keep seeing William Fish on the Strava leaderboard, and I keep going to call him Billy the Fish. So that character must be in my head from somewhere.
Yeah. So the Viz, the main character from the Viz was someone called Roger Melly, the man on telly. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
No.
And and then there was also Buster Gonad.
Yeah, this is not for children, really, is it?
No. Anyway, let's move on. But Billy says, you two are blooming brilliant, very entertaining. So thank you so much for the kind words, Billy. That's ace.
Cheers, mate.
Next one is from Deegsy, and it's quite a long one.
The Worcester Kipchoge.
Yes.
And is he back? I think he's back, you know.
Oh, really?
After his knee surgery, I've seen him doing some laps of Pitchcroft. And
amazing.
He's coming back. He's come back.
Now he's got a bionic knee, he's going to be even faster.
He is. Oh, we need to get him those cheetah pumas.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you reckon he'll be like the $1 Million Man now that he's got like bionic legs?
100%. He's going to be.
So every time he starts a parkrun, you're going to hear that noise where it goes ching 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 ching, and he's going to be flying through them.
See, that is a reference I just about get, because that's an early to mid 90s reference, isn't it?
Well, no, it's what's called the Bionic Man, which is like 70s.
Oh, am I thinking of the $6 Million Man? Who's that?
Yeah. That's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Who did you say? The $1 Million Man?
No, I said the Bionic Man, but it's the $6 Million Man, isn't it? Yes, which is like 70s.
70s? Oh,
I'm sure it is.
I thought, right.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
my time.
Yeah, but they replayed all of the 70s programs in the 80s and the 90s, didn't they?
Of course,
that's why we watched them. But anyway, he says, lads, talking of parkrun tourism, you should have a go at Great Yarmouth. So Great Yarmouth is the hardest parkrun on the list of hard parkruns.
Yes.
And he says, a couple of years ago, I was down that neck of the woods and decided to give it a go. And back then, I had no idea of this list of hardest parkruns. After being told it was a soft sand day by the marshals, we set off and I decided to track the leaders until the 2K mark, as I didn't listen to the briefing and had no idea where I was going. We turned the corner at the end of the beach and headed back, which looked like a long straight stretch. I decided to take up the lead and pass the two guys in front. Roughly 500 meters later, I kept hearing someone swearing behind me, which I couldn't work out if I was going the wrong way or I'd piss someone off. Anyway, I pushed on, chuckling to myself about all these insults I kept hearing. 1K later, I momentarily stopped to ask the marshal if I was going the wrong way, and he said, "No, you're okay." So I then got passed by one lad and carried on following him to the finish, whilst this crazy swearing man in third was shouting and swearing at me. After crossing the line in second, I asked the guy in first if the bloke throwing insults had a problem with me. He replied, "No, mate, he's here every week and he's got Tourette's." Thinking back, do you think they were working together to take the victory, or am I looking into it too far? So, the moral of the story is don't stop for anyone, even if they are calling you an effing dirty ball licker.
Oh my God, Diggsy, that is phenomenal. What a parkrun story that is.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's amazing. We have to go and find this guy. We have to do that parkrun.
Yeah, just to get abuse all the way around. Brilliant. Love it.
Oh, that sounds funny.
Brilliant. Right, next one is from Hember Runner, which I guess is Matt Hember. And he says, "Great pod as always, lads. I know it's from a few pods ago, but this week on my runs, I've been thinking about if you've been successful before or recently, you shouldn't be able to enter the ballot topic for the London Marathon. And I don't think it would actually make much difference. Sorry for the upcoming maths, Andy. The problem is that last year, 1.1 million people entered the ballot, for only 1 or 2% are successful, with about 20,000 places. So next year, if you remove that 1 to 2%, 20,000 people, you still have 1.08 million people in the ballot for 20,000 places. Your odds go from 1.81% to 1.85%. So it barely makes a difference. And that's before the number of people in the ballot increases this year again. Selfishly, as someone who lives within walking distance of the start, maybe they should do something similar to the 9+1 program New York do for locals. Or if they wanted more runners to take part, they could massively increase the size of the good for age field and therefore bring the qualifying times back up. As in the last 2 years, the times have gone down twice and seems to be on its way down to meet the championship time. But there's no money for them in that, so I can't see that happening. So, yeah, that does make sense. That, yeah, if you take out 20,000 people, you still got 1.08 million. It won't really make much of a difference to your odds, will it? So, yeah.
No. And there's probably going to be 200,000 people more next year.
Exactly.
It's going to be 2 million before we know it.
Yeah. But he then goes on to say, on the topic of ballots, did anyone get a place in Valencia? No one I know got a place through the ballot. I entered within an hour of it opening, missed out on the ballot, and now I'm 26,000th on the wait list. So unless half the field drop out, I have no chance.
I know someone, and I've written him down on last week's podcast and forgot to say it. There he is. Tommy D.
Oh, he got in.
He got a place.
Amazing.
He's going. So yes, he does. We do know someone that's going, and I do know a lot of people that got rejected.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what the numbers are or were. But I still think it's top dollar. I think, is it €180? I think if you're getting through the ballot.
Yeah, they'd basically just do full price, wouldn't they? Rather than doing that tiered system like they used to.
Yeah. So. I mean that's the thing with Valencia. It's I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed PB because it's not, but it seems like one of those places that you go.
Yeah.
To run a PB, so if you do get the place, then it's money well spent.
But Matt entered within an hour of it opening, didn't get in, and now he's 26,000th on the waiting list.
Well, when I did it, there were 35,000 runners. So I don't know if that number is going up slowly year on year. Because I don't know if you can qualify for Valencia, can you? I think you can get in. I think you're offered a place and you've got about 3 days to accept it if you've done it the year before. Yeah, because that's what I did. But if last year's anything to go by and the year before, you can buy a place.
Yeah,
it's just €200. I think the place this year, the year just gone, I think all in all, for the new person wanting to do the race, was €205, and the person selling the place got their payment back minus €5 or €10, so whatever you paid for it. So the marathon is cleaning up on every single sold bib. On a resale.
Yeah,
they're making at least €20 per person, maybe more, because I think I only paid 150, and someone bought my bib for 205.
Yeah.
So they're not short of a penny or €1 or two. Whoever runs the Valencia marathon.
Yeah, definitely. But we move on, and these are now from last week's episode. And the first one is from Leggett Lee. And he says, Good morning, gentlemen. Well, this talk about forming a band at this ridiculous time of a Sunday morning, before I get my long run in, has got me feeling gassed, fam. Speaks in patois like abs.
Yes.
I like the way I automatically got put up as the renegade who grows carrots. If we can all play an instrument, this is incredible. So get ready. If we can all play an instrument, can I put in a request to change my alias? Can you guess what his alias might now be?
I don't know.
He'd now like to be referred to as Kenenisa Ukulele Neil.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna give him a
Lee,
clap as well for that.
You win, Lee. That's phenomenal. That's very, very good.
And very good. Signs off with Stay Dangerous. Brilliant. Love it. Next one is from Freddie Runs, and he says, I view Norwegian singles like the Atkins diet. I know the science works, but I refuse to live a life completely void of joy. Brilliant. Yeah, I am the same, Freddie. Yes, definitely. Rob Scott says, I love training. I really do. But only running a PB gets me anywhere near completion.
Steady on. What's this in reference to? What have I said? What have you said? What's going on?
You last week said about being happy, only being happy with completion. And I held it in for a bit, and then started chuckling to myself about taking myself to completion. Right. And then several people did pick up on the fact that it is quite funny. And I'm still not sure whether you fully get what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I think I'm there.
But
maybe
there we go.
I'll have to listen back to it. I can't remember the chat now.
Yeah. But there we go.
Do you know, I constantly live in fear doing this podcast because I can't remember what I've just said. I don't know if I've slagged anyone off. I don't know if I've made some weird innuendo about interfering with animals or something. I don't know. And I'm always worried that I've said something bad that can be used against me as evidence in a court of law.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I completely forget everything we've said as soon as we sign off.
It's a worry. It is worrying.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mango Head 75 says, I really enjoy your podcasts, but you have some misconceptions about Zone 2 running. Oh. I use the Joe Friel method and run in Zone 2, which is calculated off my LT2. It helped me run Manchester Marathon in 3:31 with a 5-minute negative split, and Chester in October in 3:24 with a 4 minutes negative split. Also, within the last month, at age 57, I broke 40 minutes for the 10K and a Parkrun PB of 19:16. I run different routes and not the same one. I also go to a track session once a week and run what everybody else does. I run up hills and don't stress if I go into Zone 3 because the downhill will bring me back down into Zone 2 or Zone 1. My Zone 2 is a guide, and if I go slightly over it, the world doesn't end. For marathon training, it helps me to run for where I'm at and not where I want to be. That comes in later in the block. I recover faster and helps prevent injury. Everybody has different ways to train, but as an older runner, it is helping me reach and exceed my goals. Keep up the good work and good luck, Andy, with Seville. Is that not what we basically said? That we run in Zone 2, but we don't worry if we go into Zone 3 and stuff, and we just run how we want to run.
Probably more to do with the Norwegian stuff when we were saying that you almost stop yourself from, running up a hill to slow your heart rate down. But to stay in Zone 2.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
And we're, by the way, there's a little bit of truth behind this, but most of it is tongue-in-cheek, by the way. If you are following a Norwegian singles thing, we're not saying that you're an idiot or anything like that. Don't be silly.
No, definitely not, no.
But we're like, in fact, why don't we use this opportunity? If you are using Norwegian singles, let us know how it's going. Let us know if it's working, if it's really good.
Yeah.
Because we just keep taking the mickey out of it. But it obviously does work. We've had Sam King write in before who said he's noticing some gains and benefits and stuff.
We know loads of people who are doing it, don't we? And they seem to really enjoy doing it. But we ain't doing it. No.
The thought of going up a hill and having to stand still for about 3 hours before I can carry on takes 2 days to do a 5K.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where have you been all night? My wife's saying, I've been stuck on a hill trying to get my heart rate down below 130.
You were supposed to be back an hour ago. I know, it just wouldn't go down. Right. But yes, do let us know if you are doing it and how it's going. Next one is from Chris S. And he says, great pod. Love the 1995 music chat. Got some strange looks after shouting "Country House" out loud on my Sunday long run. Definitely Brilliant. On board with further 1990s music talk over the next few pods. Keep up the great work. Well, Chris, I hope you enjoyed the 1996 stuff.
I like the idea of Chris just running down the canal shouting, "Gina G! It's Gina G, you idiot!"
Yeah. Who are just a little bit.
Oh, funny stuff.
The next one's from Mac Trax, and he says, are you looking for Norwegian singles in your area?
I'm plumbing cookies. Get me every time.
Talking of Mac, I feel attacked by Mac. I thought he was a friend of the podcast. I thought he was a friend, but I feel attacked. In his latest YouTube video, he's talking all about the fact that he's doing Norwegian singles and what it's all about.
There's Norwegian singles in his area.
Yeah. And at one point in his video, he basically says, now, if you're going to take on Norwegian singles, if you're the kind of person who can't stop and walk, who cannot even think about going up a hill and stopping to walk to keep your heart rate at the right heart rate, this is not for you. And I'm like, all right, Mac. So you're talking at me through the TV, thanks.
If you're the sort of person who's got a podcast and is from Redditch.
Basically, that's how I felt. I was like, all right, Mac, chill out, mate. But there we go. So next one's from. I don't know don't know what their actual name is, but it's user EW2YL5TC4I.
It could be their name. They got it changed by Deepole.
Yeah, but they say, loving the pod, guys. Brett may remember me as his water boy at Arra Valley last summer when he was a marshal under the full glare of the sun. I do indeed. This is the guy who, when I was marshalling at Arra Valley, he finished the parkrun, and because it was so hot, they had some water at the finish line for everybody to have, and he walked over to where I was marshalling with a cup of water for me, which was an incredible gesture. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. Says, in the pod, Brett mentioned wrist heart rate measurements being inaccurate. I've tested this. I went for a run wearing a heart rate strap synced to my cycle computer, which I held in my hand, and wore my watch as normal, firmly fastened, but not too tight. The run incorporated a variety of paces over 10K. Both devices consistently displayed the same heart rate during the run. The only noticeable difference being a 10-ish second lag in the heart rate change on the wrist device during acceleration or deceleration. At times, usually extreme cold, I noticed the wrist device giving weird heart rate measurements, but one generally knows if the data is wrong based on perceived effort. So it looks like, whilst he was testing it, that, wrist heart rate and a proper heart rate monitor were being very similar.
That's the only research I've needed to hear.
Yeah.
To say that my heart rate is gospel, then fair enough.
But yeah, which is crazy, because if that's true, this week I am either getting really, really fit or I am absolutely cooked. Possibly more than you were during your what would they call it? Home economics sessions during school.
Food tech, yeah.
I am. So either I'm getting fit or I'm getting cooked, because I was running 7-minute miles at 1:30s this week. So either my wrist heart rate is wrong, or I'm getting super fit. I think my wrist heart rate is quite wrong.
Have there been some Norwegian singles in your area? Have you been walking some hills without telling anyone? That's what it is.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. It's my secret NSA. So the miles I'm not putting on Strava. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, right. Next one's from James Phillips, and he says, "Hi guys, another great podcast. I had the pleasure of your company on my Sunday long run. I've just completed week 2 of my London Marathon training plan. Awesome.
Yes.
Andy, I didn't think anything would top your Delia Smith impression last week, but I have to say, hearing you say about taking yourself to completion had me laugh while I was running." And then being serenaded. And then being serenaded at 8 miles with you singing an East 17 song. I don't think it can get any better.
I genuinely don't remember that. Sometimes, right, I've got quite a bad attention span. And sometimes I find myself like drifting, and even when I'm talking. So I didn't remember saying it. I don't remember it now. And it sounds bad, and if people heard it and are quoting it, then it must have been bad. I said I'd take myself to completion.
No, you said. I can't remember exactly what you said, but I just remember finding it really funny. And I think what you said was, you get pleasure in taking yourself to completion. No,
God.
You find pleasure in completion. Because you were talking about like the whole
well, I do
thing. I think it was more like you don't just enjoy the race, you enjoy the whole training block because you enjoy the completion. and I don't think any people would have picked up on it much unless I pointed it out, because I found it funny that you said you enjoy taking yourself to completion.
Yeah.
But there we go. Anyway.
Brilliant. As long as other people enjoyed it, that's the main thing.
Exactly. That's what we're here for, entertainment. The next one's from Stephen Smith, and he says, I'm with Brett in that I also can't think of any type of run I don't like doing. Nothing delights me more than getting out the door, putting one foot in front of the other. Possibly one of the few who has never suffered from a lost mojo or that can't be bothered feeling. I haven't started marathon training yet, and I'm still very much in the maintenance phase before I start proper long runs next month, leading up to my 4th London and 8th Edinburgh marathon. Yet another 2 marathons in 4 weeks. Fingers crossed that X-ray goes well, Brett, as it would be good to see you in London. Yes, definitely. So, yeah.
Well, you know why that is, don't you? Steve-O's from the Highlands. He lives in a fairy tale. He wakes up and every day is just brilliant.
Yeah.
Everywhere he looks, it's amazing. Yeah. Every road he goes down is probably mountainous or...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just beautiful scenes.
Yeah. That's probably why. Yeah. Come and live in blooming Lower Wick, mate. Come and live in Bromsgrove. Then we'll see how good your mojo is. Yeah, go and move yourself down to Glasgow, Steve-O. See how you get on there.
Yeah. Talking of my X-ray, I had my letter come through. My X-ray's in 2 weeks' time, so got another couple of weeks to wait. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, leg is it is what it is. It's sort of become a feature of my running is having a weird feeling left leg. So there we go. I've got something to talk about on that actually in a minute. Once we get through the comments, and then Stephen finishes it off with, and I've sort of gone off Stephen now. He says random comment from the episode before last, and possibly controversial.
Oasis.
Domino's over Pizza Hut any day.
I bet you there's no Pizza Hut in the Highlands though. The closest one, the closest one's probably in Middlesbrough. It's a 9-hour round trip to the closest Pizza Hut, probably.
Yeah, so it's cold when it gets to him. He wants it on Just Eat, and it's cold by the time it gets there.
Yeah, I get it, because when you have that taste of that Domino's slice, it's so salty and so flavoursome. I get it, but I just think a Pizza Hut is more... It's just stodgier. It's what you want from a takeaway pizza. It's everything you want and more. It's just full of bad stuff. But just full of grease. That's probably why I like it so much.
Yeah, definitely.
But very controversial.
Yes. Next one's from Anya Todd, and they say, Andy, thank you. For 40 minutes, I thought there'd been a mistake and I'd stumbled onto a running podcast. Thankfully, all was saved. May the waffle reign supreme.
Yeah, we were talking about running, weren't we, for the start of it?
Yes. Yeah, for
and
about
something
40
didn't
minutes.
Something just didn't feel right, did it?
No, definitely not. The next comment is a bit of a blast from the past because Run Like a T-Rex.
Yeah. He's on episode 12.
He's on episode 84.
Okay.
And he says, Andy's France stories reminded me of when I did a cycle challenge with work in 2016. I'd spent 40 minutes in first gear going up a hill and finally reached the summit to be greeted by a French woman who was shouting at me for some reason. All I could do was remember the thing I said roughly 20 to 30 times during my GCSE French speaking exam in 2004. Je n'ai pas compris, which basically I do not understand. I kept cycling with her shouting at me in the background. Always nice to do my bit for Anglo-French relations.
So hang on, he never found out why she was shouting at him?
No, he just carried on cycling and said, I do not understand.
She's probably saying, the bridge is broken. Don't go any further.
Exactly.
You're going to go off a cliff, man. Je n'ai pas compris.
Brilliant. Nice one, Dave. And then the Sam Rules says, me and my brother used to dance around to the Out Here Brothers when we were kids. If only we knew what the lyrics were at the time.
Yeah, no one knows.
No.
Nobody knows.
But that's the best thing about being a kid. You just like sing along with just Lars, or you make up the words and sing gobbledygook, and it's incredible. You just feel like you're on top of the world, dancing around the living room. Amazing.
And those lyrics travel with you your whole life.
Yes,
don't they?
The wrong lyrics.
Wrong, yeah, and that's what. Yeah,
definitely. Then last one is from Wayne Farrington, and he says, "Great pod as always, guys. I'm nearly through a 4-week pre-build, increasing weekly mileage from 25 to 30 before my main 16-week block for Edinburgh starts in Feb. Amazing. Aiming for a 3:45 there. Though we'll be chuffed to beat my PB of 3:58 from Manchester 2 years ago. Before that, I was lucky to get my club, Redditch Stars, place at London 2022, which was amazing. Looking forward to this pod, keeping me company on my longer Sunday runs soon. Keep up the great work, both. Awesome. Wayne, that's ace. Yeah. I'm so glad you got a chance to do London, because everybody needs to have that experience as a runner. Definitely when you're really serious into your running and you're doing marathons, more than one. London needs to be on there, so that's ace. But you'll smash your PB from Manchester up in Edinburgh for sure. Just hopefully the weather's not like it was in 2025 with all that wind and rain on the way back on the coast.
You've just got to pray that you don't get unlucky on marathon day, haven't you? Because who was I talking to the other day? I can't remember. Someone who did Seville, I think, last year. They got there on like the Thursday or the Wednesday, and it was dark. It was like cloudy and almost like the UK. It was a bit drizzly. Cloudy Thursday, cloudy Friday, cloudy Saturday. Sunday, record-breaking February temperatures. Monday for the flight home, back to cloudy and drizzly. So it's just one of them, isn't it? You've just got to really hope that just marathon day, the gods are on your side. Yeah,
definitely. But that is all of the comments. So thank you so much to everybody who comments on our YouTube video. And yeah, if you have got anything to let us know, you can either leave a comment on our YouTube, or you can email us. I know we're going to try and get through a few emails in a minute, but there was a talking point I wanted to speak about.
Yeah.
And it was from my training this week. I don't know if you saw my Strava this week.
I finally cracked your code, by the way, that you keep putting on there.
That was in response to you taking the mic.
Yeah, you've been doing it for 3 or 4 weeks, and be like, why is he writing these hieroglyphics on his one specific move he's doing? The hybrid bloody rock star.
Yeah,
very good.
But anyway, I don't know if you saw my what day was it? No, it weren't Thursday. Tuesday session. I don't know whether you saw what I put on there.
I can't remember. Is that so? No, go on.
We were doing Cedar Road loops, and I was doing double loops. Me and Lisa did double loops because we were about to start marathon training. Everybody else did single loops, and it's about a K, just over a K for a loop. So we were doing just over 2K loops, and we did 4 reps, so four times 2K. On the third one, I set off, and I was like, something weird going on with my left foot. There's something really bizarre. And I couldn't work out what it was. And then halfway through the rep, I was like, it feels like the sole on my shoe is falling off. And every time I take a step, it's slapping back onto my foot. And I thought it was like the rubber, like the outsole on the bottom of the shoe, had started to peel. And it like felt like it was like, flip-flopping. And I finished the third rep and stopped to have a quick look. And I realised I had... I don't know if you can hear it. Oh.
Oh.
Snapped the carbon rods in my Adios Pro 2s. So this is the pair that I bought not so long back, and they're pretty much brand new. They look like they've done hardly any miles, right? So carried on, did the fourth rep, and it felt even weirder. And I was like, this is really bad. I've really badly, I reckon I might have snapped more than one carbon rod. So when I finished the session, I jogged home to change my shoes because I was like, I can't go to the gym in these because if I'm on the cross trainer in these, it's just going to click every time. And took them off and went and did all my gym stuff and everything. Came home and I thought, I'll have a look at these and see what's going on. The glue that's holding the two halves of the midsole has complete. So it was basically flapping like a flip-flop every step I was taking.
So it's not the rods?
Yes, it snapped to the bottom of the carbon rods. So the carbon rods are moving, look. And all the end of the carbon rods is snapped off.
Oh, is that what they look like?
Yeah.
So they don't go all the way to the heel then?
Not in the Pro 2s. So when they made the Pro 3, the rods then go into the heel here.
Okay.
But on these, wedged into the top bit of foam on the Pro 2 is a carbon plate in the heel.
Okay.
And that's embedded into the foam. And then for the forefoot, you've got the carbon rods that are like that.
Yeah.
But the bit that holds the carbon rods at the top has snapped off. So that's what was clicking every time. So that's what was clicking. But the glue on the midsole has just fallen apart.
I can't believe that. So where did you get those from then?
These are the ones I bought off Vinted, which were pretty much brand new. But it's obvious because they are... What are they now? When were these made? These are 2021. So they're like 5 years old now. So obviously they've been kept somewhere that is either too warm or something like that, and the glue has dried out.
Do you reckon that's happened before and they've glued them together?
No, because I've run in them a few times and they were perfectly fine.
Wow.
So I think it's just age. And I then, because it happened, I was like, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go online. And I found somebody who had bought a brand new pair in 2021, this exact colourway, and the exact same thing had happened. So I don't know whether it's this particular batch and this colourway that this happens to.
So were you running like that?
It wasn't fully off like that. It was still glued, but this bit was flapping open.
Oh no.
So basically every step I was taking, that was opening up, and that's what was flapping back at me every time.
Yeah.
But I've just pulled that very gently and it's completely fallen apart. So that's the end of those.
Oh, your beloved Pro 2s. You're excited about wearing them as well, haven't you? Weren't you?
I know. Yeah, but never mind.
Gutted. Shall I have a look at some of the old emails we've had?
Yes, let's go through a few.
Well,
I've just realised as well, I've just doing that constantly. My desk and my computer now are just covered in bits of mud. I'm just flapping a muddy shoe around.
Well, while you're doing a forensic clean-up job of your desk, I shall read through a few emails that we've had that have come in. Hopefully we can get through them all. So I'm going to whiz back to the 27th of December.
I was going to say, we did miss a couple, didn't we, that we need to go back to. So
yeah, some ended up in our spam folder. Maybe because of the name Rory Hancock. Maybe that's why it's ended up in spam. That's going straight in spam.
Was the title of the email "Taking Myself to Completion"?
He always gets pleasure from it. Right, anyway, so this one's from Rory, who a lot of people may already know who Rory is. So Rory's Rachel D's partner and really good ultra runner.
Oh, great runner.
Yeah, a really, really lovely guy as well. And he's given us a really good email, mainly because the title of this email is Nipple Protection Tip.
That might that might be what made it go into the spam.
yeah. And this also might be why as well.
Thinking it was, I think our emails probably thought he was selling us some nipple plasters or something.
Well, he's actually bang on the money here because he says, "Hi chaps, hope you had a good Christmas, or more likely by the time you read this, Happy Easter." Now this could be why you're in spam, because this is in block capitals. Boobs news. Oh God, we've got boobs news every week now. Brilliant. On hearing your chat on nipple rub from the last podcast, I thought I'd tell you what I use. Buy a roll of KT tape. One roll will literally last your running career.
I
cut up, maybe he hasn't got a hairy chest, I don't know. I cut up a load into small squares ready to apply as and when. It stays. All I'm thinking of is, has Rory got a hairy chest or not? Rory, can you just confirm?
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll end up in spam.
Next time you see
Send
us,
us a
Rory,
picture.
I was going to say, next time you see us, Rory, you got a flash.
Yeah. Send us a shirtless photo of your torso, please.
That'll end up in spam too.
Yeah. It stays in place better than a plaster when it's wet. Leave a few in the glove box, travel bag, or your shorts pockets. It does stay in place very well, so be warned on the removal. Best memory of your podcast this year was listening to Andy rant on about the pub quiz Friends question saga. Had me laughing and kept me company at 2 a.m. on the South Downs while trying to slog my way through an ultra. Keep up the good work and all the best for 2027.
2027?
Cheers, Rory. Yeah, it's 2026. Rory, get a grip, man. Oh, hang on. Maybe that's because he knows he'll get it read out in 12 months.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah, he's thinking this ain't going to get read out this year, is he? Cheers, Rory. That's a good shout. No, I don't own any KT tape.
See, I've got some KT tape, and it is very sticky. That's what I mean. So yeah, when he says about be careful with the removal, it does hold on very well. KT tape, if you apply it properly, you can like shower in it and all sorts, and leave it on for a few days.
Wasn't that the singer of Big Black Horse in a Cherry Tree? That's Katie Tunstall. It's a good nut, isn't it? Okay, right. This next one's Dan Hunt. Hi guys, it's Dan, the idea stealer. I just wanted to say thank you for letting me use your Parkrun in the Red Line idea. It's been so successful for me and helped me raise 70% of the funds towards my charity, Mind. Incredible. I did purchase one of your mugs as a thank you, but I got one anyway as I was very excited when you said you were doing them. Also, after listening, you both talk about the Adidas Pro 4s. I've finally got some. They will be my weapon of choice for the Manchester Marathon, which I'm running with my mate Marvin, where we will target 3:30. He will also be in the Pro 4s, but in the new blue and red striped colour, where mine are the aqua colourway. Good choice. I've got them.
Yeah. Yes.
Thanks again, lads. Keep up the good work. Cheers, Dan Hunt. Nice one, Dan.
Awesome. Cheers, Dan. That's awesome. Talking of that, mugs. We have merch.
We have merch, and we want to sell it to you. So buy it. Buy it.
Only if you want to, though.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to. This next one is Craig Brooks, aka Brooksy. I don't know if that's true or not. I've just called you Brooksy. Sorry, Craig. Hi, bro. You've spoken about nipple plasters more.
Whoa. Stop. I like how you just said, both and bro at the same time.
Yeah. Broth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
Broth. Yeah. You've spoken about nipple plasters the last few weeks, and I've been wondering why you both don't use Vaseline until last week when Brett explained it leaves patches on your T-shirts. Rubbish, I thought. I've been using Vaseline for years and my T-shirts are all fine, I think. I checked. I've got big patches on all my running tees. I don't know how I've never noticed. I've been running around Howells Owen looking like a new mom. Luckily, I can't contribute towards Pooh's news, as I've never been caught short on a run. I did once poo myself at paintball once, but that's another story. All the best, Craig. Nice one, Brooksy. Oh, please tell us Brooksy, what happened. I was going to say, paintball.
I want the paintball story now.
Yeah, that's all we need. That is all we need. But that is another story for another time.
Did you poo yourself at paintball because you were involved at the infamous paintball fight at Biker Grove?
Yeah.
and when you saw PJ get shot in the eyes.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a natural reaction for anyone.
Exactly.
Right, this is from Conrad. Conrad has written in and said, "Hi guys, just listened to the latest pod, episode 95, Father and Son. The section on the music of 1995, after Andy got bored of having talked about running for 41 minutes, was surely one of the greatest segments of your podcasting careers.
Oh, wow.
If it was on Strava, you'd both have received a crown, and never mind local legend status, would have been upgraded to national legends." Brett's imitation of Scatman John was peak entertainment. Keep up the good work. It's most definitely all in the details. Chuffing brilliant.
Amazing. Brilliant.
P.S. I got a Parkrun PB yesterday of 1941, which means 3 PBs across 3 different distances in 3 weeks.
What?
But none of them brought as much joy as this episode on the podcast. Oh, nice one, Conrad. Cheers, mate.
Amazing. Thank you, dude.
And well done on the hat trick. That's quite
that's awesome.
I do think, though, with PBs, they come in waves, don't they? You're obviously in shape. And
what 3 distances were they, though? I want to know.
10K was one.
Yeah, obviously it's got to be 5K, 10K half, but it could be, I don't know, it could be 3K and 5 mile.
I remember him writing in and he told us about his 10K, didn't he? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it was the 10K. It must have been the half. Oh, we'll have to go back through his previous emails, but I'm pretty sure it was him. Yes, I think it was definitely. Yeah, it was in York. No, fast forward to York in the summer when I knocked down the 42, 43. So, yeah, what did he do? Ribble Valley. That's what he did. That's when he did his 10K PB.
Yes.
Right, so next up is Chris Ellis. How are we doing for time? 2:02.
Yeah, all right.
Kipchoge. Okay. Right. Chris says, "Hi guys, my name is Chris, and I was episode 90's random Strava selection."
Oh yes.
Sorry for taking so long to respond. You don't have to apologise, Chris. Don't worry.
No. Don't apologise for being late to us.
No, never. It's a miracle that we're reading this in the same year. Rory knows, thinking about it, what the score really is. I have been a listener since episode 1, and this podcast is my number 1. So thanks for the many, many hours of entertainment. I live in Norfolk, and to answer Andy's question, no, I haven't done the Great Yarmouth Parkrun. I have another parkrun at Galston or Lowestoft that I do, which is much kinder to the ankles. I struggle to get to Parkrun due to work and family commitments, so I'm always out for a fast time when I do get a free Saturday morning, and I don't think I'm going to be setting any PBs running on sand. A little bit about my running. My 5K time is 19:45, 10K time is 40:108, half 1:30:101, and marathon 3:26:38. I've got Manchester Marathon booked with a target of 3:15. The Asics Superblast 2 are my favourite shoes. Currently on second pair and will likely replace them with a third. I've been running for about 5 years now, and I've also booked a 50 miler to push myself further, having completed a couple of 50Ks in the past. Keep up the good work, guys, and I wish you both a successful year in your running. P.S. My Strava predicted times are very close to my actual times, and my Garmin's are wildly overreaching my current abilities. Nice one, Chris.
Yeah, cheers, Chris. That's awesome. Yeah, and go and smash that marathon time. Yeah, 3:15. It's on, definitely.
Amelia has written an email, but she wants us to save this for episode 100.
Not long to go.
Amelia, one of our Australian correspondents, looking forward to reading that out on episode 100.
Amelia.
On the century. A bloody Amelia. Right, next is from Elaine. Now, this is Elaine Sherwin. We've met Elaine. We've both met Elaine, haven't we?
Yes, yeah.
She came to... Didn't she come up to you at Parkrun once and said, tell Andy to get some fast R3s?
Yes. I'm going for the same time as him, so I'm going to be chasing him around Worcester, basically.
Yes. Yeah. She says, hi, guys. First of all, very best of luck to Andy for Seville. You're going to smash it. No doubts at all. Brett, best of luck at London and look after that leg. I managed to secure a GFA, a good for age, for London too, after running my first marathon last year. Excellent. However, I've just spent 8 weeks rehabbing a grade 3B calf tear, which I've not actually ran on yet. So getting to the start line with a 12-week block will be massive. If I get there with a half-decent block, I'm hoping for a sub 3:30, but it will only be my second marathon, so I still feel I need L plates. Love the pod, and I listen to it whilst tramping around the fields with my dogs. Elaine. Thanks, Elaine. Cheers for writing in.
Amazing. Thank you.
That's amazing, isn't it? So GFA.
But just recovered from a what grade?
Grade 3B calf tear. It doesn't sound good when it's itemised, does it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when it's got numbers and letters before it. Yeah, that's not good. So fingers crossed, everything is sorted and it's all repaired properly, and you'll be able to, get into training properly.
Well, if Elaine's gets back to where she wants to be, she was really close to me in Worcester when we ran the half. So, fingers crossed that you could smash that 3:30 lane. If you were, when you ran Worcester, you ran that really well. So fingers crossed you can get back to that level of fitness. And it's only the same distance again. It's not that much further.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I hope though that the Fast R3 weren't part of her calf injury.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a theory, haven't you? Well, it's not your theory, but for the purpose of this podcast, let's say you invented it. That apparently that the Fast R3s overload the calves. That's your theory, isn't it, Doctor?
Yeah. Just because people have mentioned it, and then like people who have worn them for marathons have dropped out of the marathons because of calf pain and stuff like that. So, and people who have said that they've worn them for a longer race, like a half, and it's absolutely battered their legs and their calves especially. So they wouldn't want to run in them for longer than a half.
Is that because there's like that really aggressive rocker that pushes you forward?
It gets you up on your toes, and it's got no heel, so you can't heel strike. And
right, interesting. Well, all the best, Elaine, and I hope you're back to your best as soon as possible. So this last one is from James Sleet. James has written in and said, "Hi, Brett and Andy," or is it Abs and Jay these days? Loving the podcast as always. I fell massively behind with the podcast and videos over the last few months, mainly due to elderly parents and young children and all the drama that comes with those things. But I'm happily back up to date now. The 90s Tunathon was great. I think this is the key to our podcast. We need to start having a musical section because everyone's loving it. Everyone is absolutely loving it. We're taking everyone on a trip down memory lane. The 90s Tunathon was great. I turned 18 in 1995. Imagine being 18 in the mid-90s. The stuff you must have got up to. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, before camera phones and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
before there was any evidence.
Nothing was recorded.
So I've got loads of memories of nights out singing and dancing along to some classics that you mentioned. You just can't beat a bit of Cotton Eye Joe on a Friday night. I just wanted to drop a line firstly to go back to the chap that emailed in asking about the Milton Keynes Marathon, which I think was Gary Albone, I think it was, wasn't it? And while I haven't done the full marathon there, I did run the Twin Lakes 20 miler there last year. And I can confirm that Milton Keynes is as flat as a pancake. So definitely want to go for that PB. Speaking of marathons, after joining the hundreds of thousands of people who didn't make London through the ballot, I've entered my very first marathon elsewhere, and it's going to be Brighton. So any tips, either Brighton specific or just for a marathon virgin, would be very gratefully received. I don't have a time goal, but I just want to get round in one piece, hopefully without stopping to walk. One last thing, and this is going back a fair few months on the podcast, but I have to agree with Brett that Grease 2 is an absolute classic of a film. Yes. The note that Johnny hits when he slides down the bowling lane has to be heard to be believed. All the best, guys. Stay dangerous, James. Stay dangerous. What a legend.
Incredible. 100% Johnny's note in we're going to score tonight. Incredible. Yeah. He slides on his knees down the bowling alley, screaming out this amazing note, and then starts singing to Paulette. Hey, Paulette, take a look over here. I'm your kingpin, honey, and I'm getting in gear. Amazing.
Yeah.
You need to watch it. I'm still disappointed that you haven't watched it. You had all of Christmas to watch it.
Yeah, but that's watching other things.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have been. You should have been watching Grease too. And then you're going to go and watch The Traitors tomorrow. Yeah. When really you should be watching Grease too.
All right, I will. I'll tell you what. I'll have a bit of time in my taper. I will watch it. Shall I watch it on the plane? Would that be a good recommendation? Okay, I might watch it on the plane or something. Yeah. Okay, I'll watch it and I'll look out for this bowling scene. That sounds good. But how good's that? He's even coining Ken and Issa ukulele Niels. Stay dangerous. Oh, Lee's going to be he's going to be mad for that.
Yeah, incredible. Love it.
So what did just going back through that Brighton? So I really want to do Brighton Marathon again because it's changed since I did it. Brighton was my first ever, and I was a marathon virgin, and took myself to completion that day. lost my L plates, lost my V plates. Brighton, what a place to do your first marathon! It really, really is. There's no expo, as I remember. On the Saturday, you just have to get your bib, but there's like an event village right on the beach. So if it's raining, you will get wet because there's some queues. So obviously don't go I'll tell you what I did. I made the mistake in early April of running from my apartment thinking I could just pick it up like it was the Droitwich Half Marathon with 112 people doing it, get it, and then run back to the room, and that was my shakeout done. I ran there in my little vest and shorts, stood in a queue for an hour, nearly got hypothermia, and then had to run back. So time it wisely. How you get your bib. But no, have you got any? Would you ever want to do Brighton? Do you ever fancy it?
I'd quite like to. Yeah, Brighton's a lovely place to run around Brighton. It'd be ace.
I tell you what is cool is the Quadrophenia bit. So there's a section on the seafront where all these vintage and classic minis are all in a row and are all driving up and down the seafront, and it's so cool.
Isn't Quadrophenia scooters?
Well, they're all like, well, yeah, they're all mods, aren't they? But the people that were driving them they look like mods.
But I suppose
they all look like Paul Weller.
Yeah, but I suppose there's the what's it called, isn't there? There's the London to Brighton thing that they always do in the minis. There's a mini festival thing where they all drive in convoy from London to Brighton.
Oh, so maybe it's the spiritual home of the Mini or something. I don't know.
Possibly.
But there is a really cool section where I remember that. And I remember there was a big out and back around about halfway. And if it's windy, you've got to factor that in because, you could get battered by some headwinds. But I don't know. It was James, wasn't it? I don't know where you're from, James, but if you're not from round by the sea, doing a marathon by the sea just takes the edge off. It's just so cool just having that sea breeze around, and the whole weekend being down there is just really, really good. The start, Preston Park, is massive, so it's a good, well-organised start as I remember. But yeah, the whole thing, I just remember it being awesome. So I hope it goes well, mate.
Yeah,
definitely. Enjoy.
Yeah, and stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous. So, have we actually talked about running today?
Other than my shoe breaking, probably not.
We didn't actually get round to it, did we?
It's all good. It's all good. Give them what they want.
I've got one thing to mention.
Go on then.
I am almost dead cert to be wearing my Alpha Fly 3s in Sevilla.
Oh, yes. You did a bit of a test, didn't you?
Yeah. So last week I did a long run and had a break halfway to change my shoes. Did the first half in my Adios Pro 4s, which, don't get me wrong, felt amazing. And I would trust them in a marathon. But wearing those Alpha Flies, I don't know what it is about them, but I just think they really work well with my running style. And they feel very different as well to the Adios Pro 4s. They're in a few comparisons to the ones, because everyone waxes lyrical about the Alpha Fly version 1s, don't they? Including me. They're more stable, the 3s. They are slightly wider, which is why they feel slightly more stable. The arch, there's no arch, there's no pronounced arch. You don't feel that pinch in the arch. And I think there was one other thing I forgot to mention. One of the, I don't know what it is. And they're not as noisy as I thought they were going to be, but they might be. That might just be wishful thinking. But they're just, I don't know. They just felt great. They just felt really good. And the foam, the block of foam underneath your feet feels completely different from the Adios Pro 4. You feel like you've got a trampoline in the heel and then a rocker at the front. Mm-hmm. You don't really feel that on the Alpha Fly 3. You feel like you've just got a solid block of foam that supports you in every step in a different way. You're just going to have to wear them. You're just going to have to wear them off camera, so no, you can't be filmed, and there's no evidence of it. But you have to have a run around the block next time I see you.
Yeah,
because it is a nice feeling. They are a nice shoe, and from the 10 miles I wore them, I'd say I might even prefer them to the ones.
Ooh, interesting.
So yeah, but I almost certainly will be wearing them. 99.9% sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad they work and you like them, because if you hadn't have liked them, that had been an expensive test.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I have almost made my mind up as well, because sometimes I'm guilty of dithering, and not making my mind up to the very last minute. Like you, this time last year, you already knew what you were wearing for London, didn't you? You knew you were going to wear that red gear with the yellow shoes, and I didn't. I don't think I knew what I was going to wear for the Leeds Marathon until like the morning, because I took a few different options.
Yeah,
I took a few different outfits with me. So I think now I know what I'm going to be wearing, and I've bought as well from Stephen Scullion to Main Marathon. he has got these shorts, which are the half tights. And I found out today, because I was saying, I can't believe they haven't got a zip pocket. They have. And I didn't even know. It's inside the mesh.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite cleverly designed, actually. It's inside the mesh pocket. So I'm going to be very likely wearing those as well. I've just got to go shopping for a singlet because I think I'm going to get a... So, just got to choose what colour. I might go for a turquoise, something like that.
Well, we're going to the old running show, aren't we? So you might find a bargain there.
I'm hoping so, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, only thing left to do is the Strava segment. So, last week's leaderboard. On our distance leaderboard, in first place was Ryan Gowan with 95.4 miles. We're keeping you up.
Yeah, I was tired. I'm getting tired, and I'm getting tired.
Second place was... Do you remember the 21st night of November? With 88.6 miles. And third place was Jonathan Hutchison. Got it right this week. With 87.6 miles. We won't do any honorary mentions for fourth at all.
No, we're doing fourth again.
No, we won't do a fourth.
Who came fourth?
I'm having a look. Don't know him. No, never heard of him.
Actually, no, I shouldn't really brag about that. I've come fourth again. I've missed the podium again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, 81 miles you ran.
I thought I was a shoe-in for the podium this week. 130.5k. Fourth. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I beat Billy the Fish.
You were actually 10k off because you were like 6.6 miles off, so you were more than 10k off.
Yeah, I was miles away from Hutch.
Yeah, but our climbing leaderboard in first place was Ryan Gowan as well with 5,749 foot. Second was Denai Kuden with 5,528 foot. And third was This Guy Runs, Alex Bowden, with 4,423 foot. And I reckon he stopped and walked all of them.
He did. How much of that did he run, though?
So our ladies' leaderboard for the distance, in first place was Chloe Hamard with 66.8 miles. Second place was Rachel Watson with 59.1 miles. And third was Victoria Lee with 52.0 miles. So 52 on the nose. And our elevation leaderboard in first place was Evelyn Lutterod with 2,743 foot. Second was Charlotte Taylor with 2,523 foot. And third was Victoria Lee again with 2,421 foot. So amazing work from everybody again this week.
Very good.
Love it. If you would like to try and get onto our Strava leaderboard, then we have a Strava club which you can go and join. But for your miles to count towards the leaderboard, so for you to show on the leaderboard, your profile does need to be public rather than a private profile. If you've got a private profile, the miles don't show on our club leaderboard because it's a public group. So yeah, but yeah, if you would like to be part of our club, then yeah, go and find us on Strava. It is just called Running the Red Line.
Yep. See you in the group. Love to have you.
And on that note as well, if you are listening to this pod, please do go over to YouTube and give us a follow, subscribe on YouTube. Let's get our subscriber count up to that magical 1,000. We would like to get there. It would be great if we got there. Let's set a target by the time I run London. Do you reckon we could do that?
718, so we'd need 282 subscribers.
Okay. That may be a bit too early then.
We need over 25% of what we've already got over 2 years in 2 months.
Yeah.
We could do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, let's try and do that. Let's try and do that.
Go on.
Let's try and hit, by the time London Marathon arrives, let's try and get to that magical 1,000. So, yeah, go and give us a subscribe.
What if the music quizzes are what everybody wants and people don't want the running chat anymore?
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
I quite like the popular culture questions and the music.
So do we change the name of the podcast then to Running Down the Top 10?
Yeah, we could do. It's got to be something 90s boy band based, hasn't it? Running the.
I don't know. We'll have a think. If anybody's got any ideas, let us know.
Let's rename the podcast.
Yeah, we're not going to, but you know what we mean.
Shall we choose someone to write in?
Oh, yes. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Well, shall we... I was going to say, should we go down the avenue that we went down last week and choose our episode number as our person?
Yeah, 1996.
Yeah.
So, 96 last week is, let me check make sure I'm on last week. Yeah, 96 from last week is Neil Marsh.
I know Neil. Neil did the Leeds Marathon, paced his mate, saw him at the end, and had got it printed on the back of his vest. It's on.
Yeah.
Absolute legend.
Amazing. So, Neil ran 38.9 miles last week over 10 different runs. His longest run was 13.1 miles, so exactly a half marathon. He averaged 8:21 a mile over those 38.9 miles, and he climbed 1,099 foot. So, he's got his awesome work, Neil.
He's got his PBs in his bio as well. Have you seen that?
Oh, no, I haven't.
5K, 17:10. They're dangerously close to yours.
That's quicker than mine.
10K, 36:08.
Oh, okay. I've got him on that one. What 1-1?
Half 1:19:38.
Oh, I've just pipped him on that one as well. 2-1.
Marathon 2:55.
Oh,
30.
Oh, 3-1. Sorry, Neil. But
2:55:30.
I'm jealous of that 5K time, big time. So I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to make it 4-0.
So you'd need an extra 2 seconds a mile to be faster.
What is it? 17:10.
Yeah. What are you? 17:15, 16.
17:15 mine is, yeah.
That doesn't sound a lot, but I bet you're like.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's massive, isn't it? 2 seconds a mile.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can do it. The Elesmore will go sub 17 this year.
That's what I'm hoping for. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, Neil, get in touch. Let us know, and we'll read out your email on the pod when we. Well, I say when we receive it, when we get round to it.
If you even listen.
Yeah. Awesome. So on that, we shall say thank you so much for watching or listening, and we shall see you next week for some music from 1997.
I'm excited already.
Amazing. Cheers, guys.
See you later.